Hi everybody, I hope everybody's doing great. I am posting this tutorial because I was testing a strawberry cake and I wanted to share it with you. So I'm gonna just go ahead and explain what I did in this cake. And remember, I'm adding food color to it, but it's not a must. It's just a matter of if you want that kind of look of strawberries into it. I'll show you the ingredients I use and I hope you enjoy it. So let's get started. The first thing you want to do is turn your oven at 325. I like to cook at lower temperature. The first thing you want to do is choose a pan. I am using two 8 by 3 inches tall pans and I am covering them with some baker's joy. This spray is helpful so the cake doesn't stick to your surface. If you don't have this type of baking spray, you can use some shortening and then you can lightly flour your surface. I rather use this spray because it's a little bit easier and faster to work with. Just make sure to clean your nozzle so it doesn't clog on you eventually. You will need 2 sticks of butter. Make sure that they are at room temperature and you can mix them at medium to high speed. You're gonna need 2.5 cups of sugar for this recipe. But right now you're only gonna use 2 cups of sugar to mix with the butter. What I do is I put the sugar with the butter and I let my mixer run, and while that happens I start sifting my flour, and that way my butter gets really fluffy. Sometimes I mix my butter up to 20 minutes. While I let my butter mix in at a medium to high setting, I'm gonna sift my flour. You will need 3 cups of flour and you're gonna sift them. I use just a simple sifter and a spoon, and that's all I do for this. It's just fast and easy. For those who are wondering, I use this cake flour. You will need 1 teaspoon of baking powder and 1 teaspoon of baking soda and add it to the flour. Add a pinch of salt or a 1/4 teaspoon of salt to the flour. For this cake you can use fresh or frozen strawberries. If you decide to go for fresh, make sure they are in season since they are the sweetest at that stage. If you go for fresh, I have found out that cooking the strawberries down will give the cake a more vibrant color and a stronger strawberry flavor. You can use whole strawberries from the frozen section with this method too. But for this video, I'm gonna be using sliced strawberries from the frozen section. Once defrosted, you wanna take the sliced strawberries and some of the liquid and use a handheld machine to just puree them. If you want bigger pieces of strawberries in your cake, take the whole strawberries that are from the frozen section, smash them and add them to the puree. Make sure to add 1 1/4 cups of strawberries to the cake. In the meantime, check your butter and make sure it's mixing well. Now you need buttermilk. Measure 1 cup of buttermilk. I mix my butter and sugar mixture around 20 minutes. You don't have to do it, but just make sure that it looks like this. You're gonna need 5 eggs. I usually buy jumbo eggs, and you're gonna separate the egg yolk from the white. We're gonna save the white for later, and now we're gonna be using just yolks, and we're gonna add one at a time to our butter and sugar mixture. Let it mix well in between each addition. Add 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Now it's time to add our dry ingredients and the buttermilk. Make sure to start with the dry ingredients and end with the dry ingredients too. You want to add small portions at a time, and you want to make sure that your mixer is not at a high setting. Mix well in between each addition. The next step is optional. If you want a more red tone to the mix, add 1 teaspoon of red food coloring. Now it's time to add our strawberries. For this one I use puree strawberries, but you can use smashed strawberries too if you want a more chunky consistency. Fold the strawberries into the mixture. The reason I don't use whole strawberries or sliced strawberries in my cake is because I usually stack my cakes and I need them to be strong. Put this mixture to the side and get a clean, grease-free bowl and place your egg whites there. Using the whisk attachment, mix your egg whites until you get stiff peaks, but not dry. Add the half a cup of sugar you saved earlier and mix until you get nice stiff peaks. They should be kind of shiny. Look at that. Take the egg whites and fold them into the other mixture. Do this in 3 steps and fold them to not overmix, just fold them. I'm dividing my batter half and half in between 2 pans 8 by 3 inches tall. Place the cakes in the oven and do not open the oven until the cakes are almost done. The cake usually detaches from the pan once it's done, so just look out for that and then you can test it. You can place a skewer in the center, and if it comes clean, that means your cake is done. Take the cakes out of the oven and let them cool for around 10 minutes. Then you want to flip them onto some plastic wrap and seal them well and place them in the refrigerator. Let them cool down completely in the refrigerator. This will help with the moisture in the cake. I prefer leaving it overnight in the fridge so the flavors settle down. I hope everybody enjoyed the tutorial. It's a very easy cake to make. Follow the steps. It works really well. It turns this beautiful color. Look at this. But remember, you don't have to use the color if you don't want to. It's just added extra just if you want it to look a little bit like strawberry. But it's really moist and delicious, and it's just Nom. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. Until next time, ta-ta!